It's Mad along with Stack. Say hi, Stack. And today we are going to talk about Jinxed Jade, who is the most charming unit in the game.
Give in to me.
All right, so Jinxed Jade, her two main skills for me actually are Sexy Charm and Femme Fatale. But let's just go Sexy Charm. She has the first often charm one enemy at 60%. So if the unit is weak to charm, it's basically a guarantee. Um, it has a range of 1 to 3 and a consumption of 26. Very convenient. And charm is so strong that I understand that there's only one. It is a little bit of a frustration for me for that, but otherwise, very powerful skill. Revamp. Um, Succubus mode was so much better, but or sorry, demon mode was so much better in Japan. But this is an incredibly important skill for her. Greatly raises attack, agility, and movement, and martial potency, and nullifies ailments for 3 turns. Not all of them, but most of them. This is going to be almost always your first turn. The only thing that I don't like about her, and the only reason she's not in the top 10 or 15, she's in basically like 16th, but definitely not in the top 10, is that you need to use this first turn. And for some battles, that is actually a major negative. On others, it's not a big deal. But lasting 3 turns is usually long enough for her, as it doesn't really stop. But generally, what I like is to try and charm a unit first turn to control the battle as much as possible. Doesn't really happen with Jinx Jade on that if you want to use her optimally. But nullifying ailments is pretty powerful. Also, if you get outsped, she can be disabled, and so small negatives here. But unfortunately, she loses some of her power because it's more of a death by 1,000 paper cuts than by a lot of just bad design choices here. Third skill, Femme Fatale. Very powerful. Basically, she takes Murdao's place as the Sleep King as well now, at least in my mind. Deals major martial damage to all enemies and often puts these enemies to sleep. With the large amount of range this has, this is just absolutely powerful. And this is why she is a disabling unit here because she can put you to sleep or charm, and they are very useful skills. Finally, Devil Hammer deals major Sam type martial damage to one enemy 3 times. This is great. A great counter for Lucia or anything that has multiple lives. Dealing 3 damage to enemy 3 times could help just whittle it down through there. But in all honesty, the major ones you're going to be using is revamp turn 1, and then Sexy Charm or Femme Fatale turns 2, 3, etc. Unless if you just need to finish off a unit with Devil Hammer. Her Awakening skill, first one is increase agility and attack for 3 turns. This is really important because you want her being first on turn 2. Bang resistance, zap resistance 2 and 4. Her third awakening, though, is by far the most important. She has a 40% chance of charming you on a counter if you're within range. So if your unit is weak or not immune to charm, attacking Jinx Jade can be troublesome. And as long as you are not immune to charm, she can be very annoying, and it's one of those. It's almost better to leave her alone until last, but then you risk getting allowing her to charm multiple times. So it's a no-win situation attacking her, and this does bring her up quite a bit. Um, her leadership effect is increased physical skill power by 15%. Just great. Her hit points is 1301 and defense is 472. And for a 60 weight unit, those are pretty low numbers. And that gets greatly boosted for her HP by her fifth awakening. So it's actually, for most people, it's going to be a great deal less. And because of that, I that is her biggest weakness is she can be one shotted by some units. That's how you're going to get around her. But we will just kind of go by that for now. Her agility of 473 is pretty good. Her first awakening does increase it a lot, but I really wish her agility was right around 500. That would have been much better as well. And her stats to me are just lacking for a 60 weight. She definitely deserves a 60 weight, but it is lacking just a little bit. And as a hero, she you cannot teach her any skills, and she does not have a death blow. So it is a little disappointing in that regards. She has great, powerful skills. I'm not even sure what they could have given her for a death blow, but this is the other main paper cut to her. She doesn't have that super skill that heroes have to counter not being able to teach her a skill. Preferred weapon is going to be Jade Spear, which is going to be coming up in the next 3 or 4 days. 4 days from this video that I made, probably 3 days when I upload the video. HP and agility, which is great for her. Um, Gives martial power 5%, and you're going to look for the Devil Hammer Femme Fatale, HP or agility. I will probably give her HP on this weapon, just because of the fact that honestly, she needs HP. This by far is her greatest weakness. Uh, but her HP reduction is at 30% when it's above her HP is above 50. But honestly, it's still not enough. It pretty much guarantees her that she has a good chance of having one counter, but that's about it. And if the unit is immune to charm or at least highly resistant or will uncover it like hero, um, then she can be mutilated pretty quickly. And at 60 weight, that is a painful blow to any attacking unit that you're doing, especially in Guild Wars, where if you can kill a 60 unit, probably done one of the three major, or even two major units to worry about. But EX3 is her sweet spot with all the charming. She is by far the best charming unit in the game, and I would argue probably the best sleep unit in the game as well at this point. And that is a great combo, but she has those little paper cutty things that doesn't quite put her in the top 10, but still a very, very solid and very, very good unit in general. As I say, her movement is slow at 2 initially, and you can waste a one turn. Waste. You have to use the first turn, but to me, it's a waste because as a control unit, you want your control units to be attacking turn one. If you're playing a little bit of a turtle and drawing them in, then it's not that big of a deal. And also for Guild Wars defense, you can fool Jade to bring her in and to kind of bring her out instead of giving her doing her boost up there. So it is a little bit worrisome there. There are shenanigans you can do, but on top of it, depending on exactly where you put her in the defense, you could still get her to proc that. As I say, it's just more annoying than really big negatives. And will I pull? Yes. Honestly, my big weakness is charm. I do not have a great charmer. and the sleep combination is wonderful. I do. My team does have confuse, so having be able to put in a charming and sleep is kind of the big thing that I need for control at this point. And honestly, paralyzed to me is starting to burn me as much as it helps me. Because usually I can only get to paralyze the stick one turn. Um, and if I get stuck with paralyzed, it's longer than one turn. So it's a holding skill that I'm not super happy with. But charm is really useful, and I do need it. More importantly, I do not have a gold angel slime, but I do have the angel slime. Um, that's the assemble unit for Jinxed Jade. It does have a reduce all damage by 30%, but increase MP by 20%. Its MP is at 372. And other than Angel Spell, it's not that big of a deal. This is not a damage type unit. Adding a debuff is probably what you're looking for, but it has Magic Barrier and can also give regeneration to a large group with decent MP recover. So think of this as an A level Seraphie type unit, except increases spell resistance, not attack. And it does have a attack with Angel Ball that deals spell damage and occasionally sleeps, which will increase by 5% at Fifth Awakening. And at first, if another unit is hit and it is within 1 to 3 range, it will cast Angel Ball, um, which is actually a wonderful counter skill because putting a unit to sleep can be very annoying, especially after its attack. And the third one, it will heal 100 HP in a diamond, so it can actually just heal units if you want to do magic barrier as well. Overall, this is actually by far the best banner. I still think Princess and Lucia is the unit to go for, but Jinx Jade, if you need a charmer or sleeper, is by far the best unit right now. The only issue is it is a 60 weight, but if you need to charm a unit for your skills to work, I think Jinx Jade is the best unit personally to have a very high, if not guaranteed, chance, especially if they're weak to charm or weak to sleep, because of the 60% drop. Otherwise, if you're comfortable with the team that you have, as I say, I just got my first charm unit, believe it or not, 2 days ago with the current banner that's on there, and I'm actually really psyched about it. But if I can get Jinx Jade, then that will get pushed away. But all in all, this is a pretty good banner. We will be seeing our Dragon Quest V, the Magician Hero, in about 3 weeks, I would say, maybe four. So I know a lot of people are you saving for that, and I totally understand. And I will try and have a video of him up in the next week or so. And I will give you my thoughts on him. Um, but I will lead with that as he is the most powerful unit. Well, I still think he is the most powerful unit in the game, but he might not be the best team unit in the game. And I'll really discuss that in more detail, or I may make actually 2 videos on that. So I hope you guys enjoy. But more importantly,